What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets, and this episode is brought to you by the NHTSA. Guys, you know the risks of driving drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. You could get arrested, incur huge legal expenses, and even possibly lose your job. You know the consequences of driving drunk, and you're wrong if you think it's no big deal. Drive sober or get pulled over. Now let's start the show. Yo, you know what I thought? This is for real. This is important. I don't think it should be wrong to mimic Asian people's voices because Asian people's favorite activity is mimicking our voices.
How do you mimic our voice?
Karaoke. Right?
I mean,
they found a like politically correct way to make fun of the way we talk.
They fucking love karaoke, bro.
Say again?
They fucking love karaoke.
We are already recording.
We're recording, right?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. We're recording.
Yeah.
Got you, baby. Don't worry. I got this, bro.
I was just running with the theme. I thought we was going.
You think it's actually called karaoke?
What is it?
You think it's actually called karaoke?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Karaoke.
Okay, guys, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets. The episode's out a little bit late today.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Kaz's fault.
Yeah, that's my bad, guys.
But here's the thing. We wanted to start the new year, the new studio. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not the new year yet, but the new studio with the whole squad, okay? We got our brilliant Flagrant 2 sign.
Yes.
Those of you who are watching on YouTube right now, you notice that we're in a way different setting, okay? Yeah. Those of you listening online might notice some differences, but if you watch, you really see some differences, maybe some game-changing differences. I don't want to say it exactly just yet, but if you're watching with the video,
it's pretty clear.
It's very clear.
Very, very clear.
Not just the studio. There's something else that's
It's not
different.
a podcast anymore.
Son, what is it?
It feels like
TV show.
It definitely feels like a TV show.
Yo, it's a TV show, but we got to stop using the word TV to qualify
shit.
content.
Ah, okay.
Because
I see what you mean.
you know what I mean? Like
show.
you might watch an HBO show on your phone.
Yeah.
You might watch an HBO show on your laptop, but this is a show.
Yeah.
This is a series.
This is a series.
It's got new studio smell in here.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
smell like.
Anyway, I think it's important that we start out the episode by thanking some of the people that made this new studio possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're in the first location of Schulz Studios. We refer to this place as the Embassy. Okay, we're gonna release some pictures. Probably, maybe by the time this is up, you know, Eddin shot some pictures for us.
It's the house that Flagrancy built.
That's right. Thank you guys so much. So basically this studio right here, we have. It's pretty cool. So we have one studio right here that we're shooting Flagrant 2 in right now. We have a set for another project that I'm going to have coming out in the new year. I'll tell you guys more about that in the future. We got another generic podcast studio in the back. That's so we can help develop new podcasts. There's friends of ours that want to step up their podcast game. We can help them with that. We also got a green screen back there, so we'll be able to cook up some cool green screen content. The live space has a showroom where we can do live shows, live podcasts.
Yeah.
We can have musicians come in here, DJs, the whole thing. Maybe we throw some flagrant parties, something like that. Watch parties could be kind of lit.
Got a dope TV screen, good projector over there.
We got the TV screen and the projector.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about like we do fight nights.
It's like a fucking compound in
Izzy
there.
fights.
Absolutely.
insane.
Izzy fight. We really got to
The
do it.
McGregor fight next month?
McGregor fight would be
Yeah.
hot if I'm in town. Super Bowl if I'm in town. I think there's just so many things that we can
Liddy
do.
to titty in here, man.
Yeah, bro.
Liddy to fucking titty.
So you're going to see a lot of content coming out in the new year. Literally today, we'll get there in a second. This could not happen without a few people. First of all, Ben Uyeda. I got to give a huge shout out to Ben Uyeda. He's the architect and he is the designer. He is the creative that put all these sets together, the ideas for these sets. He built a lot of these furniture along with his business partner, another brilliant architect, creator, do-it-yourself guy, Mike Montgomery. And you can find Mike at Modern Bills on Instagram, and Ben is Ben Uyeda. And these guys are fucking geniuses. I mean, everything down to this table. they constructed with their bare hands. Literally went to Home Depot, got all this wood. Say again?
Man shit.
Real man shit.
Yeah.
Like, you realize how...
I'm not gonna hold you. I felt kind of like a bitch walking around those guys. Cause like,
I'm pathetically
I feel so
incapable.
fucking useless. These motherfuckers just took blocks of wood and just turned it into this massive, incredible space.
It was unreal.
The tables, I remember watching him like craft the fucking table, and now it's all smooth and just fucking constructed. I'm just like, I would never survive in the 1800s.
Oh, no.
I mean, for more than one reason.
It's a wrap. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but there are people who were
Nah, Kaz, they'd have kept you.
They'd have kept me? I mean, I'd be outside.
You know? They'd have kept you. They'd have had you making babies.
I got good genes. Yeah, like I'd be a milk producer, but I don't think I'd, when it comes to actual candy work and chopping wood and shit. Yeah.
Well, we don't know if you'd be here.
Yeah, well, that is.
You could be one. You could have been one of the.
That is true. I feel like I wouldn't have made it here.
You could have been a slave seller.
I don't know.
That would be some Nigerian shit to do, wouldn't it?
I mean,
I only like Nigerian.
Someone had to sell them.
You think white?
the idea that real quick, the idea that white people just like showed up on the shore with like 10 white people and they're like, round them up, and then they were like, okay. I mean, that's absurd. Someone had to sell them.
I mean, they came there with guns and.
You think?
What, 2 guns?
That's
you
enough.
guys were taking out lions? You think 2 guns? You know the guns they came there with? They came there with the fucking loaded in at the top.
The wide iotas.
3 shots.
Super long.
That's mine.
Fucking.
Oh, yeah. You have 3 shots. It's just impossible that there wasn't some sort of business agreement, arrangement.
You act like
we like to take that out of history, but it's impossible.
You act like motherfuckers in Africa knew what guns was
That
going on.
Africans sold slaves? Here's what I'm wondering. Do you think white people were like, don't trust the Nigerian slave sellers? They be selling you bootleg ass, fake ass.
And they was selling all the East Africans. They're like, these guys can run a long way, but they can't pick shit. You know what I mean? Yo, maybe that's how they got so good at running. They were running away from the West Coast. It's like all the Africans that made it over to Somalia and Ethiopia were like, fuck that shit, bro. I ain't getting on no boats.
I mean, they ran
really so hard that their hairlines just moved back. Like, that's how fast that they were running. That's where they got the foreheads.
The white guys didn't even need guns. All they do was come there and just fucking sneeze.
That worked on the natives. That worked on the natives.
Didn't work on Africans?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
They brought some sort of.
I don't think your immune systems were as like weak as.
Nah,
they just had that weak ass immune system.
Nah, probably.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah, they probably brought like smallpox and like the herp over there. But everybody's got the herp.
That is an interesting thing.
Everybody's got a little bit of the herp.
Why didn't when Africans come? Why didn't when they came over? Did they not have the same situation as Native Americans? Did Native Americans have historically bad
they were apparently
immune
pretty bad.
systems?
Apparently I don't know if it's true. I heard this from the white dude, so maybe he just hates minorities. But
recreating history, bro.
Yeah, he said it was a lot of like inbreeding and shit, so their immune systems were weak, and that's why it was very easy to take them over.
Well,
but
if
black
you
people
inbreed,
yeah, we're like super niggas,
hold
man.
on one
Like
second.
we had super.
If you inbreed with good immune systems, that should just keep on going with that.
No, I think it gets worse somehow.
Yes.
It's like any mixing strengthens genes and takes care of like weaknesses along the whatever.
Yes. Okay, no, that's right. That's right. That's with dogs too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something that's very impressive.
We breed like dogs?
No, you guys have good immune systems.
No, I know that, absolutely. That's why they made a lot of us breed.
Listen, you guys weren't the only ones that they tried to do slavery with.
I mean,
they tried it with the Irish.
I mean, you probably came by and saw like.
You guys can't pick shit.
If you put a fucking
great ancestors of LeBron James
Conor
and shit.
McGregor in South Carolina in August.
It's over.
How much cotton you really getting? You think you really getting bushels of cotton? That guy's melted. That guy's turning into the cotton. There's no way.
It's quite hot out here.
Yeah, dude, maybe that's how they made the Native Americans red. It was just the Irish that got burned and started moving
Irish
inland. They're like, fuck this, we're out of here.
Like, fuck, I'll put this feather on my head.
That's not true because Native Americans can't hold their liquor. So.
Yo, dude, that's all Irish are. They're natives that can hold it. Dude, we are starting out hot.
Yeah, this is the way. This is the way you want to open up the studio.
I'm not done with the shout-outs.
Never get kicked out of here.
Very important. That is facts. I'm not done with the shout-outs. There's another people that I got to make sure I shout out. The guys that did the audio visual for this place, because that was incredibly difficult to do, and I'm trying to get them up right now. Okay. Visionary Systems AV. Okay. Had these 3 guys come up. Bobby Big Balls Bobby Crush, we call him as well. Obviously Zach, and then Zach's brother Adam. They came up, they drove some of this stuff, all this new tech equipment, all these, the cameras, the TVs. We have a sound system that we'll get into later in the future, but it's not even on the market yet. This is like brand new technology. This technology does not exist for consumers. You have to get approved even to sell it. So that's why we had to go through one of these like high-tech audio companies. But in order to change the game, you got to be with Game Changers. And I really believe that they are going to be huge in the podcasting world and also just the AV world in general. Visionary Systems AV. I remember when I was working out the deal for this space. It was a lot of money to like put this down. We're talking about 6 figures and not light 6 figures. And just for the AV stuff. And I remember going, okay, I got to check to see, with some other companies, see if this is good. Because when it comes to like tech stuff, you could pay $1,000 for a lens. And then for what it looks like the same lens, you could pay, how much, Eddin?
$10,000.
A lot. 10, 20,000, so much, right? So when they gave me this number, I was like, I don't know if that's what it is. And he's like, I got to just check around. I'll come back to you. And he said this, he goes, totally, you should absolutely go do that. But I also just want to let you know, before I did this, I was going to be a pastor. And so most of the work that I do is with churches and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, buddy, this is going to be a very different system that you're putting in. What this is going to be used for is a lot different churches. That being said,
it's a type of church.
It's a type of church. It is a type of church. But that being said,
that's approved.
There's facts. There is a trust that I had in him, like that he wouldn't fuck us over. And I was like, I'm going to go vet this out with other people. Absolutely did not do that. I'm one of the laziest people in the world when it comes to vetting shit out. Akaash is super vet.
Yeah.
Like Akaash will look at all the different
told
prices.
me you're not gonna vet it.
You would have vetted. You love a vet.
I love to vet.
You love to vet.
Bruh.
Me, I don't vet.
Yo, you're not a vetter.
When I tell you about what I got my girl for Christmas today, you will see how little I vet.
Wait.
Oh, dude.
Can't wait.
I blacked out right afterwards. I blacked out in the store. The guy started selling me. I didn't know what to do. I felt really poor, and I was like, I'll show you I have money. Son, he called the thing I picked out cute. And I was like, oh, it's cute? Oh, is that what we doing right now? Mario? Is that what we doing
I already know what it is by the way you were sold it.
I'm getting hot thinking
it's a type
about
of jewelry.
I gotta stop.
It's definitely gotta be a type of jewelry.
That's not
hot thinking about it.
Because all jewelers do, their job is to make you feel poor.
Inferior.
Mad inferior.
Yeah.
I got my girl a type of jewelry.
Yeah.
And it's fucking gorgeous. It's beautiful. Oh my God. The lady looks at it and she's like, "Oh, this is nice. You don't want to." And now I'm starting to like second guess myself. I call up the sister. I'm like, "Yo, like, let me know what this looks like. Oh, it looks beautiful." The fucking jeweler's trying to make me feel like I'm a bum off the fucking street. Like, oh,
why don't you go with nobody when you make these decisions, yo?
Son, I had literally. Okay.
Real quick, did you finish shout-outs?
Let me make sure I do.
Because we got it. I want to get into this.
This is very important. This is very important. We give this shout out. I got to shout out AlexxMedia, Mark Gagnon, Eddin Martinez, Toby.
Oh, Toby.
Irish last name. I forget what it is.
We're just gonna call him McGregor.
Toby McGregor. Toby McGregor works. Good slave name. Toby McGregor. Yo, we gotta start doing that with Irish people. Toby Murphy, great slave name. That guy. That's one you want to buy.
You look like you're fighting old liquor. Toby McGregor it is.
Yo, even their accent sounds like they're out of breath from work, right? Oh, there was a tiny thing in the field. Working in those fields got so hot over there, didn't it? I was picking a cotton. I need myself a drink. How much cotton you pick? I was there for 15 minutes and nearly burned to death. I look like Haz's shoes. Son, real talk. Okay, so honestly, the last few weeks been nonstop grinding. We were here until 5 a.m. Back here into 9 a.m, multiple days, like nonstop. We've been on the road. I haven't slept more than 2 hours in a single night in the last 2 weeks, I would say.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe one time.
Yeah.
We did one time in the last 2 weeks.
Bad.
It has been insane. All I'm going to do on my vacation is in Africa to sleep. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to go all the way to Africa to sleep.
Yeah.
Say again?
You earned that.
I did earn it. But what a waste of money.
Nice.
Don't wait till I tell you about waste of money. When we get ready.
Yo, I want to hear about this.
I'm getting sweaty again. Thinking about it. I'm literally sweating.
So how did they bulk you? How did they?
Tell a story.
Okay.
Because I knew what you intended to buy.
Okay, so okay, I guess I just want to say thank you guys so much for the work, real quick. Thank you guys so much, and everybody at home watching. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to make this happen. The Patreon Asshole Army. Thank you guys for supporting us to do this, and thank you guys for putting in the extra hours and believing in me and trusting me with this vision. And I'm very grateful for that. And I can't wait to the new shit that we cook up in the new year. We're taking this podcasting game to another level. Again, you said it's a show. It's a show.
It's a show.
We created
a show. God damn it.
And guys, we just moved in. Okay, so yes, we're gonna fill in all this stuff with some more things on the set. But
I feel that motherfucker up
we
right
get a
there.
nice little bar going.
Oof.
We're gonna have some fun out
It's
here.
gonna be saucy in this bitch.
But yo, thank you guys so much for your extra hours, your dedication. As always, it will be rewarded. You know, I mean, the first thing that we should talk about is Alex out here glowing.
Bro.
Alex out here glowing. We might have to bring Alex on. We might have to bring Alex into the set.
Yo, motherfuckers,
What y'all talking about?
motherfuckers been saying you need to get a chair up here, bro.
But Al got something to show off.
Oh, that.
I saw that. Yeah.
Al got something to show
I didn't
off.
see it. What happened?
He's in.
Is that the what?
Al, come
Being
on, Al,
blocked in
come
a
on
little
out here,
bit.
Al.
Get over here. Come
I don't know
on,
if we're
Al.
gonna.
Can you,
audio.
That's okay. We'll
all
figure it
right.
out. You don't got to talk. You just got to show.
Watch your
Right
head,
now,
bro. Watch that,
right now,
watch
watch your
that,
head. Right now, you don't got to talk. You show.
I can tell by the hoodie you're looking real wealthy today. Motherfuckers don't know about that. How do you pronounce it? Aim Leon Dor.
So right now, Al's audio might be a little bit off, but this is what we're.
Oh, I see you. Hold on, my bad. You glistening?
Come over here. Come on this side of me, Al. Yeah. So
Give me yourself.
Al has worked. I'll do the talking for us, Al, but maybe you'll be in my note as well. But Al has worked tirelessly for how long now? A couple years?
Yeah.
Maybe a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And 2.5 years. And I always told him, if I get something, you get something. You never have to worry about that. And obviously with the special allowing us to build this place, I didn't want Al to feel like he was forgotten and his dedication was forgotten, because without the work that he does for me, all this stuff couldn't be possible. So we had to bless Al with his first rollie. That really had to happen. So let's get a nice little single on that.
Yo, and that's the new shit too. That's not no. That's
Oh
not
no,
no
you can't
cheap
get
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't get that.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
I love you,
I'm gonna
as
tell you
always.
the only other person who has that, because I literally just saw it before we got here. Lamar Jackson got those exact Rolexes. Those exact Rolexes for his entire offensive line. I literally just saw that.
Hold on, this motherfucker make way more than me. And he's getting his people the same present. So I'm a great boss.
On everything.
Never
Go
know.
look that shit up, bro. Go
you,
look
brother.
that shit up.
All right.
Bro,
Great
that
job.
shit is hard. That shit is
Yeah.
hard. Merry Christmas, man.
And then I got you a seat next to Al. But
Oh, yeah.
But for real, it is one of those things that it's like everybody who puts in the work and dedication, I promise you there are rewards. And I just wanted you to know that, and that you're very appreciated.
Yeah, man.
So now,
Hardest working man in the biz, AlexxMedia.
Oof.
And sometimes Eddin.
so now to the horrible decision that I made today.
Oh,
That could have went so many places.
I know. I was like, wait.
I was like, wait, where are we going?
I haven't slept for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. I realize I have 1 hour where I can get a gift for my girl.
Right.
The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And the less couth you have and discretion when it comes to actually buying something. It's like, fuck,
I don't even
get
know
something.
what the word couth means, but I believe it.
Okay.
That shit sounds like a racial slur.
It's just
Fucking couth.
it's self-control.
Get out of here, you dirty couth.
They looked at me like that when I was in the store.
I
They're
want
like,
to go to
"Who's
the
this
movies, but
fucking
it was full of couths in there. I had to fucking look at it.
So I go into the store. Okay. It's Cartier. I go into Cartier. I'm already fucked. I'm already fucked. I go into Cartier. I got the budget. I go, we're keeping it under $2,000. Keep it under $2,000.
Cute.
This motherfucker. I get Mario. I don't need Mario. I want a woman. I want a woman because I can ask a woman what women like, but I also don't have that like ego thing with a woman.
Right.
I get to be adorable boyfriend that just wants to make his girl happy. A man don't want to hear none of that.
Yeah.
A man
He gonna
knows
look at you like a
exactly.
fucking couth, dog.
Yo, I was a couth to him. I was a dirty,
Look at this
good for
cheap-ass
nothing
couth,
couth,
yo.
bro. Real talk.
Yeah.
So Mario's walking me around. First of all, Mario's taller than me. He's looking down.
His name is Mario. I can tell he's strapping.
Mario Shida.
Sheeta?
Italian.
Oh.
God.
I swear to God, when this guy was talking to the coworkers, no accent at all. Starts talking to me. So can we get you the diamond?
The boobity boppity boobity.
There we go. Boobity bops. All boobity bops. That was all.
Boobity boppity.
I asked for a specific thing because I go in there knowing I want these love earrings,
Okay.
right?
Already too expensive for earrings. My girl would be talking about the love line.
It's very expensive.
Very, very expensive.
The whole thing is too expensive.
That's how you know you love them, is I paid way too fucking much for these earrings and this bracelet.
Exactly.
What a brilliant marketing plan.
Yes. If I love you,
I waste all my money on these regular ass looking ass bracelets.
is that not love? A waste
That's what I'm saying.
of money?
Now here's the kicker. Do you accidentally leave the sticker on?
Oh,
I know Schulz. He got to tell her to her face how much it costs.
Oh my bad. Let me take that.
Hold on.
I need to see it.
Including tags. You don't know the price, including tax.
Including tax, yeah.
Without a doubt, including tax, you will know exactly how much was spent on you. And there will be no more presents for the foreseeable future. So I'm gonna let her have her moment and enjoy her moment. And then I'm gonna say, when I go, I'm gonna go, Merry Christmas, Happy Valentine's Day. She's not gonna hear the second part, but I'm gonna say it and record it so she knows. Merry Christmas is Happy Valentine's Day. And when I meant Christmas is, we're wrapping around. We're going all the way to next Christmas with this one gift.
See, this
You
is why.
gotta fit Birth in there too.
Son, happy birthday, Merry
I'm about to say,
Christmas.
what's her birthday?
Happy birthday. Say again?
That's a trick, because when's her birthday?
Not exactly
No,
sure.
no, not
Exactly.
You gotta hit her with the Spanish. You gotta hit her with the Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know these things.
No, I know her birthday is, it's one of those days,
Kaz,
bro.
you set him up just now. So
I
fucked up,
didn't-
Kaz.
No, because the point I was trying to make was like I always want to be like, oh, you know, I went super hard for Christmas, so Valentine's Day, I'm like, you know, remember I went hard for Christmas?
I am
because
such a
my
pussy.
birthday is exactly 7 days after Valentine's Day.
Yours is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Valentine's Day is for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I got to go double hard on Valentine's Day as
So
well.
that you get some good shit.
I get some good shit.
Bro, every one of these days is for them. What's the day that's for us?
Yo, you right.
Super Bowl
The day
Sunday.
off.
No, that's the day off, bro.
the day we go, let me hang out with my boys.
Word. Fuck, I'm gonna play 2K
So my
for
girl-
5 hours.
Dead ass in India, my girl was like, I gotta get you a Christmas gift. I was like,
Yo, bitch! What? I didn't mean to call her bitch. But what?
medical bitch.
Theoretically.
They be wildin', bro. Like,
Yo.
my girl, we went to the ballet last night. She thought I was gonna show up on time. She was upset that I didn't show up on time. I literally looked at her. I was like, you thought I was gonna be there for the whole thing?
Son,
The whole thing?
I took my girl to
you.
ballet.
Which one?
Some fucking-
Nutcrackers?
I think so, yo.
Nutcrackers? It's
No,
Felix showed
no.
her.
It was some like Alice in Wonderland. I don't even fucking
knows?
I fell asleep during that shit. And to this day, she tries to confront me about it and I used to be lying. But every time I'm like, why wouldn't I fall asleep? You marrying a straight man at the ballet?
Whose fault is it you fell asleep?
The fucking ballet.
Take that shit up with
It's supposed to
them.
be
Make your shit less sleepable.
The fuck?
Son, I walked into Nutcracker 30 minutes late. When I went up to Will Call to get my ticket, I was like, I'm just here to pick up a ticket. And the lady looked at me and said, for tonight? Marty was perplexed. First of all, that's the nicest ballet in the land. I got Vans, checker Vans on, right? I'm rolling up in checker Vans. I go in. Son, there's a mad dash to get to the seat because you got to go through the seat in like the right moment, right? I'm
let you in
taking
in
my time.
between,
They don't let you in
seconds.
She's
between.
mad she's sitting
Gotcha.
alone for 30 minutes. She's
So,
not mad.
of course
you
she
late.
mad she sit alone. First
Yeah.
of all, she didn't have to sit alone for 30. I got there 15 minutes late. I could have went in on the first. One?
Oh, but they wouldn't let you in.
No.
Yeah,
I took my time.
They hold you back like a horse race.
They hold you back in the horse race. They're like, sir, we're about to go in. I'm like, I got the next one, shorty. I'm gonna get a drink. I went upstairs, got coffee. I don't need to see the nutcrackers. I need to see about the nutcracker. Listen.
Same fucking story they've been telling us at the beginning of time.
Damn.
Damn it. And I still don't know what it's about.
Can I tell you? Can I be honest with you? I walked into the nutcracker. There's a little mice running around. There's a little girl, a boy, a nutcracker turn. I don't know. Mice everywhere. Son, I don't know what's going on. And I shit you not, I have seen this play in this exact place 4 times in my life. Wait for it. I've been in it once. I still don't know. I did it for a school play. I was one of the characters. I think I was. Fam, I remember. I remember going like this. I remember watching the play. I remember watching the play with my girl or the ballet or whatever it was. I remember going, I got no clue what's going on. And then I went, oh, I was him. I was him. That's who I was.
The only thing I know about the Nutcracker is that they have that one song.
Son, I'm in there. My girl was so upset because I was hitting that shit. I was
Oh, fuck.
Wait, so is the Nutcracker the one with the bitches that they kick their legs up?
No, that's the Rockettes.
Yes.
That's the only Christmas one I've
The
got.
bitches that kick their legs.
That's the one you should have went to. You would have stayed away for that shit.
Son, that one you stayed away because that pussy waff. They tell them not to clean their pussy. The Rockettes.
That's what a coof is.
Pussies is on fire.
That's where that word comes from. You go, whoo.
Oh my God. Jesus.
All right, so I'm in Cartier. Mario's putting me through the ringer.
Right.
I asked for these necklaces to come out. Necklace is already too expensive. Now he got me up to $4,000. Okay. Oh, by the way, the earrings. We're at $2,000. Right?
You getting a set?
Well, you got the earrings and the necklace?
What do you mean a set?
Set is multiple shits.
Well, if you can't buy one earring.
No, I'm saying like, earrings plus the necklace.
Oh, hell no.
I was about to say.
Like, jewelry set. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I was not planning on doing any of that. But this is before I blacked out. Okay, so when he said the earrings, this guy hit me with the okie doke, the oldest one in the book. He pulls open a drawer. He goes, "Oops, we have an Amora." I go, "Do we not have an Amora?" I go, "What about that ring over there? There's a nail ring. It's like $1,000, maybe $750.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's like a nail,
Okay.
like a ring." He goes, "Yes, but no." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "It is, you know."
I mean,
He goes, "For your girlfriend, you love her, you know."
Oh shit!
Now I don't love my girl. Mario set a situation up where now I don't love my girl unless I come through. Okay, so now he's cucking me. He works for me. He works for me. He acts like he owns Cartier. He doesn't own Cartier. He works at Cartier, but he works for me. Okay, but he's cucking me. He goes, "Let me show you something else."
I got like this wedding shop. We'll get into it.
Son, $4,000. He takes the 2 necklaces. He goes, "We take these just in case, but you know, this is a little thing, but you know." We go over to the watches. We start looking at some watches. I go, "Oh my God, these watches are really beautiful." He goes, "Yes, these watches are really beautiful, but let me show you a nice watch." We go over. He takes out this watch. It's a beautiful watch.
how much is the watch?
It was a beautiful watch. It was a beautiful watch. He takes out the watch. I'm holding it. I'm like, she would be so happy with this watch. I go, how much is this watch? And he goes, this one is 25 grand.
Oh my God.
Son, I literally out loud in Cartier said, "Fuck you." You had your fucking mind. This is what they do. It's called door in the face technique. It's a manipulation technique. They give you something, say it. You know what it is.
Yeah, you go crazy high, you say fuck you, then they drop down one level.
But now
And
what
now
level?
it seems reasonable. Whereas that was an original fuck you.
That's
He
it.
probably dropped down to 15 and you were like, oh, 15. That's not bad. But 15 would have been an original fuck you.
Yes. Okay?
Smart move.
25 grand. Now I'm in 25 grand is unreasonable, but anything less is kind of reasonable. I've blacked out. The second he said 25 grand,
Gotcha.
I blacked out. I don't know where I am. I'm spinning. I'm just spinning, right?
Gotcha.
The jewelry,
It's a
in the beginning, the ones that I thought was beautiful,
Yeah.
trinkets. It's like that should be in the machine that you put a quarter in and spin it, and it comes out in a little plastic egg. That's what that felt like to me after he said it's 25 grand. Takes out this other watch.
Jesus Christ.
Takes out this other watch. It's a beautiful watch. And then he says this. He goes,
I bet he said it's only. You say it's only?
Only
oh, he goes, only. He tells me a price. He doesn't say the price. I'm not going to say the price. But he goes, this watch, the woman will love this watch. I've never had this watch returned not one time. He goes, this a watch. Princesses wear this a watch. Princesses. And I'm blacked out. I'm like, well, she's my princess. I'm like, she's my princess, right? Like, that's what you have to treat your princess. Maybe she knows princesses do it. I take one last look at the necklaces, completely blacked out. There's nothing. I'm not even thinking at this point. The numbers don't exist. And I say yes to that watch, the princess's watch. It's way down from that. It's way down from that.
That's a
But
lot
it's
of
way
room,
up
though.
from-
There's a lot of room. There's a lot of room between way down from there and way up
from
from...
what, 4K to 25K?
Yeah.
There's a lot of room.
I'm going to throw up right now.
for fucking.
Throwing up. I feel like throwing up.
My gosh. There's
Hugging. Yeah. I feel like throwing up. So but that's why I'm going to Africa, so I can afford to eat. I figure I'll make a little money back by eating out there for the next week and a half.
Yeah, he looked out though. I ain't gonna lie, because we would have got like the nail ring or whatever.
She would have been pissed off.
She'd been pissed. Yeah, she'd been absolutely pissed. Like, you don't want to get.
You know what you
I
did?
don't think any girlfriend wants a ring that's not the ring on Christmas.
That's what I was
Al,
going to say.
I mean, was it Al you said it or Akaash you said that? You're like, you can't get her a ring if it's not the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because if she shows that off, like, oh, what you get your, what your boyboyfriend gets you? Like,
If you said my boyfriend got me a ring, they're going to be like, oh my God!
And then
she's
they're gonna look down, they're gonna be like,
yeah, it's like a nail. You know what I mean? Like,
See, this is brilliant. This is good. No, you're right. You're right about that. I'm glad I didn't go to the ring. And the other reason why I got her the watch is because I feel like now if she's putting pressure on me to like get married or move in, she's like, how long have we been together? I can be like, why don't you look at your watch? And why don't you calculate how much time we've been together with that watch? Okay? That costs my fucking life savings. Why don't you do that? You know how many camera lenses I could have with that fucking watch?
that's what I was going to say.
I'm gonna get her robbed.
That's what...
What's the etiquette on getting your girl robbed?
That's the move, real talk.
That's what rappers do,
bro.
Son, is that what they do?
Son, they get the insurance and then
that's
like,
what-
oh, my house got broken into. That's what they
They say
do.
it like that. Imagine the baby. Like, oh, my house got broken into.
Whatever shall I do?
I need a lock with some pop in it next time.
You know what you did, though? You bought yourself time. If you weren't ready to get married just quite yet, you bought yourself a little time. Because she can be so happy with this fucking watch. She can't put pressure on you.
That's
You're fucking
Hey.
right.
Son, did
It
you
was an
just meet
investment.
women?
Did you just meet women?
What?
Son, she gonna see that watch as an investment. Matter of fact, all she gonna hear from that watch is TikTok, TikTok, TikTok.
I can hold you. Now, you know what that means? Now you gotta go like bolt, like when it's time for the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to say the sentence that she told
Dick
you?
out.
Son,
Dick's gotta be out.
Hold on, listen to this. This the boldest sentence. I'm impressed, dude. This sentence that
my girl starts it up with this. She's not like a person that's like this at all. She has great taste with everything, but she's
Right.
not like it matters separate.
Okay.
So she goes, listen, I don't need an engagement ring. Like, you can get me a diamond band. I think that looks just as cool. For me, it's just a look. I think it looks so cool, a diamond band to go along with obviously the wedding band. I go, okay, that's what's up. It's lit. And then she goes, now, that being said, if you were to get me an engagement ring, 4 carats or don't even bother.
Wow.
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 Yo, she's a G.
Yo, let me
4
tell you
carats
something.
or don't even bother.
You know what though? I believe that she'd be happy with just the band, but I think she also knows that you're the type of dude that's like, she don't think I'll get her 4 carats? I'll get her 4 fucking
Not gonna
carats.
hold you. She's
She gonna see that watch and she gonna know. She gonna be like, I played that perfect.
your balls.
Perfect,
balls right here. Right here, she's got you
You're
by
gonna hear the Mario
balls,
story and
dog.
be like, man,
She got you by the
I'm Mario. I'm Marlo. Fuck Mario. I'm Marlo.
I want my corners.
Yeah.
4 carats or don't even buy. I would, man. Listen.
I want my corners, and each one of them is 1 carat.
This girl is literally bodying me right now, bro.
You fucking up.
No, son.
Like this is your first Christmas.
Or don't
Look at where you
bother.
just set the
The
bar.
bar is
It's
so
your first
fucking
Christmas.
high, dog.
You just set the bar all the way up here. You
gotta
can't
break
go
up with her.
I know my
down.
girl for years,
I gotta
bro.
break up with her.
Holy shit.
Yo.
Son, like
I gotta break up with her before next Christmas.
my game plan is like I start super cheap, but it's the thoughtful one. So it's like
I didn't have time.
one
for
of these, like I got one of these stupid Galaxy roses. It's $40, but it's like, this never dies, and then you just have a nice message to go along with it. So now it's thoughtful.
Fucking awful.
So no. Wait.
$40?
Wait, this is like
Women know all about the Galaxy Rose. That's such a fucking
but
Deadass?
it's along with the fucking trip though. The trip
I'm
should
talking
have been
about
the
you.
gift.
The Galaxy.
No. But I'm
the
talking.
trip should have been the gift.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
It
a
should have been
space
cheap.
between you two.
Yeah.
There's
No,
a big ass
I know
space.
that. I'm just.
You a nail ring.
Yeah.
I just realized
A
that
nail ring for you would have been like
No,
my
but
backpack, which has the gift in it, is out there, and I don't feel comfortable.
bro.
I gotta see this
Bro,
watch.
my gift is
Can we
in
see
the
it?
trunk of my car, bro.
Son, No, but my thing is like you start low, so then
it.
you can like progressively go higher. If you set the
I remember
bar
my girl definitively did not like our first Christmas gift. Like she won't admit it to this
Wait,
day.
what was it?
Son, it was like headphones to go running. She loves running. So I was like, headphones to go running, and it was winter, and I was like, she said like I feel great when I'm running. So I got her like winter running gear.
Son,
headphones
that's
to go
so
running, and I got her
practical.
pearl
That's
earrings.
thoughtful.
I got her pearl earrings, but I could tell until she saw the earrings, she was like, all right, man. Fuck, I'm gonna go running.
Off on that shit.
Why'd you go running? You tell me fuck. That's not what she was thinking.
Because I'm hearing all that shit. I'm like, oh, those are great fucking gifts.
Yeah.
Got a
she
girl
knew.
pearl earrings.
Nah, but before that, my girl and me, our first Christmas, I got her like she loves running, so I got her running gear for the winter,
right.
headphones to go running with, and then I also picked up some earrings.
My girl's gonna be so surprised.
You know what? Because we're just supposed to do little presents, right? You know what she suggested as a little present for herself? She goes, you can get me like some Lululemon, like running gear or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, all right.
I get you some Lululemon.
You think you gonna get some running? You think you gonna get some running gear? You trying to Mario me? Are you trying to Mario me too? Why everyone checking my pockets? Son,
You wow.
son.
Well, son,
This girl is working me, bro.
You're playing this awfully. I'll never play poker with you ever. In
Word.
life.
I'm the worst, bro.
You should play with him.
I mean, absolutely right. Shit, fuck.
Be like, oh, that's all you, babe?
All you
That's how easy it is to get me in.
Oh, let's go. Let's
That's easy to get me in. All
play
in.
to your ego.
All in. All in. All in.
God.
And then another
All in.
tactic, another tactic to use when you go to jewelry places, act like you're shopping for someone else. Be like, somebody sent me in here to buy something for this person. So that way, it's like you tell them the budget. Be like, oh, nah, this is for him. It's like, so they don't try to game you because they know your budget is somebody else's budget and they're not there to game.
That's smart.
That is very smart.
That's smart. That guy
a
Mario
jeweler
fucking
told me that,
bodied me, bro.
He's like, those are the only people I can't really like upsell because it's like,
Yo,
they-
you want to know something crazy? I have a discount at Cartier for 50% off, but it takes 2 weeks to get, and my girl wouldn't have had a Christmas present.
oh my God.
So I could have saved half.
Oh my God. You better return that shit.
Better exchange that
I know,
shit.
right? That's what I'm saying.
Wow, hey, man.
Let her
Listen to
open
the
it
show,
on
obviously.
Christmas.
Hold on, if I exchange it, how does it work?
No, return.
You can't return.
You got a gift
Can't
receipt,
return.
right?
Wait, you can't return?
I don't think you can
Son,
return.
buy. Son, hold on.
We gotta give
Bro,
receipt.
how the fuck you've known an Indian for 10 years? You don't know this shit? You buy.
I don't know. I thought it's like
hold
underwear.
on.
Yeah.
Buy one, that same exact one on your
Yeah.
boy's discount.
Yeah.
When it comes in, you take the receipt that you paid the 15 or whatever for.
Yeah.
With the new watch that you just got, take that back to Cartier. Hey, I'm returning this.
Yeah, but he
I
said
like
you
it.
can't return.
There's no returns?
Son, there's so many people listening right now going, he really ain't Jewish. We thought he was lying. We thought he was telling us that he really ain't,
No
bro.
returns?
Son, I think you just exchange.
They gotta give you a gift for seafood.
You better exchange that shit for. Hey, you better get yourself some love.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Love you something.
You exchange.
It's a princess.
It's your bracelet, yo. Cartier bracelet. Men's for Cartier bracelets.
It's a princess.
No.
You bring it in.
It's a princess.
You bring it in. You exchange it.
Guys, it's
You exchange it with, and then you bring in your 50% off, and then you buy yourself something.
But oh God, it's a princess.
Son, can we see it? Can we see it?
He's gotta talk himself through it because he knows he's fucked.
It's rap.
You get a rap. Oh,
gotta
yeah.
rap.
Yeah, you gotta.
They're like, do you want to rap it for us? I was like, if you don't rap this fucking present right now.
You should have made Mario rapping his fucking self.
Nah, he gave it to some other fucking bitch. Son.
Yo, Mario, a whole pimp.
Bro.
Oh man.
Put his whole fist in your ass for that shit. Goddamn.
Oh my God.
And a trip. I'm doing a trip. I'm doing Jamaica also. But that's not.
Cartier return policy. You can return it new and unused, state, perfect condition, with all protective materials in place and tags and stickers attached to them.
I just saved you 50%, yo.
And you get your money back?
Yeah.
Do
I
it.
just saved you 50%, yo.
Do it.
So you just have her unwrap, look at it. She can't try it on.
No, son.
Be like, yo, look at it. And just tell her you're going to get it engraved or some
Don't
bullshit
say
like
nothing, yo.
What?
Order a new shit right now. In 2 weeks when it comes, you return that one as if it's the one you brought your girl.
Ah, yeah. that's
Order the
smart.
exact same joint.
I'm blacked out.
I knew this was confusing.
I'm blacked out. I don't know. You want me to order another? I think I bought too much. I think it's too much. I think I'm like a little avalanche. What is it called? What is when the ball is rolling of snow?
Yeah.
It's a snowball effect.
Snowball
Yeah.
effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a snowball?
Snowball effect. Yeah.
I'm rolling.
Yeah.
And it's just more and more watches are wrapping around me.
Yeah.
And I need to get away from these watches. I think we need to just calm everything down.
Hey, just don't take mine back.
I'm gonna throw it. No, you keep your watch. Keep it away from me, guys.
No, but that's a good idea. You should do it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay, we do that. Okay, listen.
Indians, yo. And then you let me holler at this dude.
Oh my God.
You should have went in with somebody.
I'm going through it.
Why would you make such a big purchase without me?
I don't know, cause
Your
I don't
first
know.
wife? Come on, yo. We still stayed friends after. I mean, what's up?
I guess the only breakup I've maintained a relationship. And I'm not gonna lie, I was salty. I was not feeling it. All right, let's talk about some shit because
Oh gosh, we got that much time, do we?
no, we don't have that much.
About an hour. Let's see what we got here.
You're such a sucker.
Yo, Kawhi's
Can I
uncle.
say this though? Your advice is mad juvenile.
It is like
Your advice
I
is
can-
like you be dating 14-year-olds.
I was about to say I can tell.
Like I get them the rose that don't die.
That's how you started.
Bro,
What 16-year-old Puerto
I
Rican
can tell
girl
you still date
fucking-
bitches in college. You still date bitches in
No,
college?
I haven't been in a relationship in a while. But I'm just saying,
Son.
you started low is all I'm saying, and then you progressively
Jewelry,
get.
go with
tell
the
you
friend
something.
advice was good.
Al
but-
don't date girls that speak English, so whatever he says don't mean anything anyway. Right? He says
it
this.
just happened for running
He
water.
goes like this. He goes, "This is a rose, but it's made out of crystal, so it never dies like us." But all they be hearing is dabble, 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 dabble.
You know what's more fucked up is your relationships don't last, so they just be looking at this fucking rose forever.
Undying rose.
Yeah.
Just a reminder of all the
Yeah.
bad decisions that they made in life when dating you.
That's great.
They're taking that shit back home with them.
Here's a rose
Overseas.
that never dies, unlike everything I've put in your stomach.
I saw that one.
They didn't.
Oh gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh gosh. Something was coming.
On this banana is how I feel like emotionally. I am bruised,
Partially
and beaten up.
bruised and ripe.
Oh, son, I don't want to come off of the high because once I come off of the high, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah, you should be. Just a little bit.
Whatever, dog.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. It's who you
So
love,
special.
bro.
That's you know what I mean. That's your girl. You still
Yeah.
Speaking of bananas,
What happened?
got a lot of
Dicks.
bananas to look at.
Oh, what? Yo.
Oh.
Cass said this brilliantly. We have, for you guys,
Bananas.
the 12 dicks of Christmas.
Yes.
And there's been a lot of dick pics out this week. I
Lot
don't
of
know,
dicks.
for whatever reason. But
it's the Dickopolis, the Dickpocalypse.
Hey, you guys are lucky. You get to see these dicks in 4K. There's a dicks in the new studio.
Listen,
Real talk.
5 perfectly good dicks. So what we're gonna
who
do?
we starting with?
Yo, Eddin, how you got the Windows Media Player background on your Apple?
That's a great question.
That is.
Remember that? You remember that Windows Media background?
Okay, who's this?
This is
dick pic number one.
Wait. Here's a better idea.
Yes.
Just
We guess?
show us the dicks. And we guess who's dick.
Okay, love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Just press play.
I can't hear him when this is playing.
well then don't worry about playing it.
Just
Okay,
scrub
so
through it.
Just give us
scrub through it.
Yeah, there we go. And or just screenshot.
Now is it good? Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yo, is that a wedding ring she got on?
Well, it's a black woman, so
my
it's definitely not ASAP Rocky.
Shots fired.
I'm gonna guess it's ASAP. Didn't he date Chanel Amon? He got a wedding ring on. This foul, yo.
Is that a wedding ring?
That's an
Okay.
engagement ring, son.
So they were making fun of him because he has a back stroke game.
Wait, that's bad? He's pretty good.
Seems like a pretty standard stroke, yo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait,
we're not-
girls were upset at this stroke?
You know what it is?
Why is she pulling her shit down? She's embarrassed of her.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's a solid stroke. I mean, if this is a
Hold on, pause.
Yeah, pause it.
Get the next video ready. What makes a good backstroke?
You know what? Bitches watch too much porn. We're too desensitized to what sex is supposed to be at this point.
How do you guys do it?
I mean,
Was that ASAP Rocky? Name that dick.
I'm gonna. Was that ASAP? I'm gonna go
ASAP
ASAP. I guess.
backstroke Rocky. Wait. Real talk. I don't understand why that was a bad stroke. I just grab the hips and I just pound like that.
I mean,
As fast as I can.
You gotta,
Like a rabbit.
You gotta get a good rhythm to it. You know what I mean? It's gotta be a.
Can you show on Akaash how?
Yeah, let's see what
I mean, listen. It depends. We both just need a question. Just like, all right, here we go.
You know those like how's the highlights posts on Instagram when basketball players are in sync? You know, like when two guys do the same thing after a rebound, they go on the floor. That was that.
Chemistry, baby.
That's chemistry.
Sexual chemistry.
God damn.
I really don't understand why that's a bad backstroke.
I'm not mad. Listen.
creaming, dude.
Sometimes, yeah, she was a lot. I mean, sometimes you need a nice slow stroke when you got like the first, you know what I mean? You gotta get the depth in there. But after a while, you gotta.
It didn't look like he increased speed or intensity or anything. He just
Just kept it
It was like
casual.
one speed massage.
Yeah,
like
it's
a
trying to
massage chair.
record.
That's
Yeah,
another
but you
thing.
still gotta-
He's
you still gotta
filming.
perform.
He's filming and fucking at the same time.
that means you should put on even more.
Yeah, but your balance is
It's
all
two
off.
things at once. Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of movements. I mean, if you've ever videotaped yourself,
What's going on?
a
Right
lot of times you're not looking at your stroke. You're looking at the phone. So it's like.
But the fact that girl has an engagement ring on is foul.
Foul.
Like, that's disgusting.
Beautiful ring, too.
Oh, now he's going for it. That's bad?
That room is disgusting. It feels like there's clothes everywhere.
I mean, this right here, I don't even know if she's alive. Right? Like, he is going after that.
Let's talk about bad stroke game. What if he's just not taking the dick good enough? That's another thing.
There you go.
Ooh.
Happens a lot, yo.
Shorty can't take the dick. I mean,
take
she
the
is
dick,
taking the
bro.
dick like a corpse, bro.
I mean,
That girl is unmoved by that
damn,
dick, man.
just Not even a.
Also, she's
not even
beat
a,
up. She got these scars on
Yeah,
her butt.
yeah,
Like,
this is a hood
I don't want to
ass.
watch this anymore, dude.
I don't even believe it's ASAP, to be honest with you.
Dude, this isn't a Waffle House.
Doesn't look like ASAP Rocky. I mean, I would know.
No, get out of here.
Imagine I was like, it doesn't look like ASAP Rocky to me.
Get out of here. Now, is it gay to eat a banana while you watch guys' dicks?
Only if you suck on it.
Facts.
I can't.
I mean, you got to at this point.
It's okay. Maybe we don't need to enlarge it.
Okay, that's...
That's oh god.
What is this?
Well, we can't. We don't have to guess because it's tagged.
Steph Curry.
How do we know that's...
That's not Steph's dick.
Yeah, that could easily just be someone else's dick put on this whole thing.
Yeah, well, I don't understand. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So they have, if nobody's seeing this, there's like a collage of dicks, and it just has like a toweled Steph Curry on the left, which I'm assuming is after a game.
No,
like,
I get it
like
now. I thought you were doing it because of the fucking dicks.
No.
I didn't want
Did you?
No, I didn't want the audio to catch it.
Oh, okay, got it.
Anyway.
Hold on. Is it gonna catch a fart if I fart?
Probably. You know, we never really.
Come on, son.
Did it pick it up?
Shoot it that way, bro. Why are you shouting at me?
I'm trying to get away
eating.
from the shit. My bad.
You fart all the time.
We're in Alex's hotel room when we were down in Philly. I'm laying on his bed. Alex is like deep in an edit. He's cutting up this clip, and all of a sudden I farted, and Al just takes one headphone off his ear and goes, "Get out of my room." So it was so disrespectful.
That's foul, though. I shouldn't have done that. That's on me. All right, get this dick out of here.
Please.
Yeah,
Next.
this is-
What's this one? Okay, the baby.
Yeah.
Now this is funny because wow.
Yo, you know it's big if it made Kaz go wow.
His dick got a curve on it.
It's got an aggressive curve, yo. Like,
Have you ever seen like golf when the streak follows the shot? Don't his dick look like he just teed off? You know,
like you ever watch the NHL on Fox and they have like
they follow.
slapsticks and they follow the puck? Oh, jeez.
that dick right there is too. That's how you measure a table corner.
That is.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just try to carve out a surfboard.
To be fair,
She look like a new moon.
Doesn't like a crescent
Real
moon.
talk, one of them black Australians could throw that shit and come right back to me.
No, that's the real style, baby.
It just looks like some encouragement, like a big thumbs up. But to be fair,
Got hitchhiker's dick.
so when this leaked, like every woman on Twitter lost their fucking mind.
Right.
Because
Wheezy was going crazy.
They're Wheezy and
thirsty.
she was having like fucking video chats about the shit.
Yeah.
And it was.
What is he, a dork, yo? Such a dork. You dork ass bitch. Grow up, bitch. You dork.
I mean, it was funny because, you know, like, it's rare that you just see women just that universally horny at one point.
Yes.
So, like, women aren't usually funny,
feel like
but they're funny when they're horny.
Right.
Right? So, they had lots of jokes. But it turns out the baby went and debunked the myth that it was his cock. The guy's cock that it was owned up to the video and
Shocking.
even better, started an OnlyFans account that night and spread it around Twitter.
Did he get some money?
I don't know, but I'm assuming he did. But there was so many.
Girls like it when your dick curves like that. My dick doesn't curve like that.
My dick doesn't curve like that either.
I'm very straight.
It's got a slight curve,
got a
not
little
like
curve.
that. That's like
Al, you got a curve?
A little curve, yeah.
that's like a
Yeah, a little curve to the
fucking.
left.
Does that only happen with black guys' dicks?
Does it get big enough?
Yeah.
You just can't handle
It just
Then she
runs
just starts
out.
giving up at the end.
It's like nails when they start to just curl in, you know? Dude, what is going on?
It's like when you're trying to.
Bro, believe me, I don't know.
Oh, God. How many of your dicks could you fit in that dick? If you had to smuggle your dick into a country,
Yo,
could you put
his
them
dick
in?
is like the Pez dispenser for my dicks. You just pop up with the hand.
My God just pops out. Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Oh, that shit is not a game, bro. I feel like you could clean the corners of furniture with that thing. If you just took a deep breath with your dick, you get all the crumbs out of the couch.
It looks like a big ass comma. It's like separating sentences. Holy shit.
All right, please change.
Yeah, please. That's a lot of it.
Yo, so there was this girl who posted this tweet that went viral, and it's like a girl toxic shaming women. And I love this fucking post. So it was so many women retweeted those leaked nudes, and the sad fact is too many women think consent, boundaries, and respect only apply to men dealing with women, when the reality is women need to be checked and face consequences for their predatory behavior disguised as jokes. I like that shit.
Yo, real talk?
I like that shit, too.
If this was a celeb's pussy, like a girl celeb's pussy, and like famous people were retweeting and talking about it,
we crucified.
Let me tell you something.
Like, imagine we did jokes like how Weezy and Jesse were doing.
son.
We'd be crucified.
Let me tell you.
Yo, real talk. They sent someone to jail. The guy who did the revenge porn website.
Yeah.
He had a revenge
like
porn
the
website.
Fappening, when they were like leaking like Scarlett Johansson nudes and like
That shit was wild. When Jennifer Lawrence got busted on her face,
man. Oh,
was covered in cum.
I didn't even see.
You didn't see that?
Yeah, the fappening was like what's the reeling from the
bust on her
fappening
face,
of
but I saw it.
2017.
There was cum dripping all over Jennifer Lawrence's whole face, and that's when she was dating the.
That's the only way I would find her interesting.
Those X-Men movies was not in.
Not even great, interesting necessarily. Just okay.
Okay, well,
Okay, there's some. Oh, she's finally doing something worth
takes it in
taking
the
up with
face. My goodness, but I'm glad.
Get that out of here,
I'm
bro.
glad.
I can't be looking up at that shit. That shit's scary.
You got,
You hated this one.
Oh, we
You're
didn't
gonna
see.
love the next one.
Why?
No. This I don't want to watch. I feel uncomfortable already watching.
Yo,
Real Logan.
It's not Logan. It's not Logan. It's not Logan.
Oh, come on.
no way. Yeah,
It's not him.
I didn't do it.
I can't watch
Oh
it.
god, that's too much.
Look at you guys. Yeah,
Come on, stop. I'm about to break the whole studio.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Please stop.
Yeah, I can't look at it.
I need a. Can you palate cleanse me? Alex, something.
I just won't even look at the
I just need a palate cleanse of something. Just,
I don't even
there's
know.
been so many dicks.
Yo, I can't even touch it right now.
Please, anything.
All right, that's better.
Oh God, Jesus.
Oh my God. Okay. All right, we're gonna take a break for a second, pay some bills, guys. You know the law firm that you got to use. You know the law firm that supports the flagrancy. You know the law firm that hires the asshole army, and that's Morgan & Morgan. Okay, Morgan & Morgan. You know getting buckets is hard. Well, hiring a good lawyer should be easy. Thankfully, there's Morgan & Morgan, the personal injury law firm that fights for the people, not the powerful. They'll take on the insurance companies so you can focus on getting better after a car crash or other injury. On average, people who hire an attorney after a crash recover 3 times more than those who don't. With 500 attorneys in offices in Florida, New York, and across America, Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. If you've been injured in a car crash, slip and fall, or on the job, they may be able to help. Morgan & Morgan has helped thousands of people recover billions of dollars. Best of all, hiring them free, 100% free. Only way you pay them is if you win. That's right. So listen up. For a free case review, that's right, free, visit forthepeople.com/flagrant or dial pound law on your cell phone. That's pound 529. That's for the people, FOR, thepeople.com/flagrant2 for a free, no obligation consultation. Remember, guys, there's only Morgan & Morgan. Now let's get back to the show. Where are we?
So that was a lot. I'm kind of glad this happened though, because like the next time like a celebrity's nudes leak that like I really want to see,
Keep that same energy.
keep the same fucking energy, bro. When Georgia Smith nudes leak, or fucking what's the girl's name? You know, every 2 years when new Rihanna news leak. Like, yo, I want the same energy kept because bitches was having a ball with them, the baby dicks.
There's an interesting story popping up that we spoke about months ago. And we alluded to it. We couldn't really say that much. Maybe we talked about it on the Patreon. But, and was the idea that Kawhi Leonard went to the Los Angeles Clippers not only because he's from Los Angeles and wanted to play with Paul George, but potentially because Uncle Dennis, I believe, no, is that his name? Uncle Dennis was asking for certain things for himself from different teams, and the Clippers were the team that acquiesced.
Now, according to Sam Amick of The Athletic, Uncle Dennis wanted partial ownership share of the Lakers, private plane access. Not a private plane like a lot of people were requesting. Private plane access, which is
That's reasonable.
reasonable. A house.
Partial ownership is absurd.
Partial ownership is wild.
Personal plan access, reasonable.
Reasonable. Yeah, absolutely. Why the
That
fuck
one is
would you
reasonable.
want it?
Partial ownership, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and you know what? You do have it.
A house, a guaranteed amount of endorsement money to secure his commitment. And according to the NBA, all those requests are violated the NBA's collective bargaining agreement and were thus denied by Lakers governor Jeannie Buss.
This is a smart move for the Lakers to finally leak this because now it makes the Clippers look like they didn't.
And leaking it right before they play each other on Christmas Day, the biggest day in basketball television. Everybody's going to be watching that game. Everybody's going to be watching Lakers vs. Clippers. That's the marquee game on Christmas Day. This was strategery at its finest.
Yeah.
Because we heard about this months ago, or something alluding to this. But to have it leak right now lets me know gotta be some sort of truth.
And it's the best time to leak it.
Gotta be some sort of truth.
Because the off season, we're all like, whatever. This time of year, we're finally starting to give a fuck about basketball.
No.
Basketball season starts at Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck all the other November, October games. It's Christmas.
And the funny shit is, Stephen A. Smith alluded to this before, and the funny thing is, nobody remembers the video. It's a viral video when you look on Twitter when Stephen A. Smith, I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. That's what he was talking about. He was talking about how there was rumors that Kawhi asked for
I remember Stephen A. Smith talking about this.
And if you watch that whole video, when at the end he goes, I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care, because he signed to the Clippers, they traded for Paul George, all this other shit. Like, this has kind of been like the dirty little secret that like everybody within NBA circles have maybe heard about. Maybe don't know.
So do we
about.
need to take back some of the things we said about Uncle Dennis on this podcast where it's like, yo, he saved Kawhi, and maybe he did, but also he seems like he's looking out for himself a lot.
He is looking out for himself. I think that Kawhi is more savvy than we let on, and I think some of the stuff he was asking for were guaranteed, what was it?
Ownership?
Ownership stake, parent plane access, and guaranteed endorsement money.
Guaranteed endorsement money for Kawhi, not for himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's certain things that he was asking for. And listen, what did we say, right? It was like the second after he signed to the Clippers, all of a sudden he was like in the promo for the Lion King and like random things, right? And we're like, oh, okay. This is what happens when you're involved with billionaires. What billionaires do is, like anybody else does, they just do it at the highest level, is they have access to what's almost free money. For example, you're starting an investment fund. Usually it costs $25 million to enter, but you say to your buddy, hey, just give $1 million. You're going to still get the same returns that these $25 million people do, right? Now, in order to get a return on your investment that is, let's say, 10% or whatever, you have to put in a number like $25 million.
Yeah.
But what if you can only put $1 million in? Well, you can't. Oh, but now you know the guy, so you can.
Yeah.
These are free money types of schemes. Not free, nothing's for free, but you're getting access to these things that are, I don't want to say sure bets, but they're the closest thing in business to sure bets. And now you can be in on the ground floor.
I always say life is a leverage game. These guys can just leverage a bunch of other things. They have the most leverage on earth. So I can leverage. My leverage is I got a hedge fund I got access to.
Yep.
Come on, let's do that.
Hey, what about Steve Ballmer? Now, Steve Ballmer is the sales guy, or was the sales guy for Microsoft. I don't know if he's still there, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that he has access to every single tech
Of course.
prospect,
Of course.
every single tech business venture, every single tech investment for like whatever he wants, he has. Of course, he's going to give Kawhi some of that. Not a question.
Honestly,
or Dennis. Some of that.
you're a terrible owner if you're not offering your star player that shit.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you look at Draymond Green, who's like the fourth best player on that team, early investor in fucking Smile Direct.
No.
Because he's in the Bay Area. He probably knows a bunch of tech guys that knows that
100%.
shit's about to take off. Like Andre Iguodala, another super smart fucking investments that he's done with tech. We just looked at the top 10 athletes in Forbes. Who's number 7? Kevin fucking Durant. Because he's right there. Like, you're a bad owner if you're not giving your star players these opportunities.
and why do you have to? Because we have a salary cap.
Of course.
If there's a salary cap, you will find, and players are getting underpaid, and underpaid I mean by in terms of like what they're valued on the open market.
Absolutely.
You will find ways to give them that value.
You don't think
There's a
LeBron
reason
James
why
does
it's
this?
illegal. Of course LeBron does it. I mean, like, also LeBron owns everything that he does, which I like, well, outside the sneakers. But having access to all these things is crucial. And, you're going to do extra stuff for your star players. Like Kobe had a fucking helicopter take him every game.
Yep. He had the fucking Kobe chopper that he landed at the top of the Staples Center every home game.
Yeah.
He needs that shit.
Was it top or was it top of the hotel that he was next to it?
I think so. Maybe it might have been Figueroa, somewhere around there.
Doesn't matter. It is interesting to see this come out. And what's interesting is to see the repercussions of it. Do they punish Kawhi?
That's what I'm wondering. You're gonna punish the Clippers. You're not gonna punish Kawhi.
Yes.
What can you really do to Kawhi?
You have to punish the Clippers. Now, do they lose a draft pick?
Yo, this was like 15 years ago. The Timberwolves tried to do some sneaky shit and get around the salary cap to re-sign Joe Smith.
Yes.
They lost like 5 first-round picks in a row.
Well,
the NBA brought the fucking hammer.
Well, here's the thing with this, right? It's like, what do they say? The punishment has to fit the crime.
Yes.
Right? Now, obviously this is not a bad crime in the scheme of things with, rape and murder, right? But in terms of a crime in the NBA, and crimes in the NBA are often things that give you an unfair advantage in winning.
It ruins the integrity of the game.
Right, and by ruining the integrity, it gives you an unfair advantage to win, right? So that is the heaviest, that is the most egregious crime that you could possibly commit, something that gives you this massive advantage in winning. If you don't punish it strong enough, other teams will just do it.
You gotta bring the hammer.
There's I'm trying to think of the exact example, but there are situations where, like if you're a rich guy.
I mean, in any sport.
This is what I was thinking. If you're a really rich guy, right? Alex was explaining this to me. I was like, we were driving on the side of the road because we had to get a gig. And I was like, what's the ticket for this? He's like, I don't know, like $250, $270. I go, I'll just pay for it. That's worth it to get to the gig on time. And he goes, yeah, but I'll get points on my license. I go, ooh, that's a good punishment for the crime because now the rich guy is equally affected as the poor guy.
Right.
You don't care about that $250, but the points on the license, that could affect your life.
Right.
You can't drive no more. So they have to find what is points on the license to the league.
Right.
Draft picks.
It'll be like 8 first-round draft picks.
I mean, forfeit games, I guess. Like, I almost feel like you got to forfeit some games. Like, if you get caught red-handed doing that type of thing.
Here's a problem with forfeiting games. You end up hurting the team that you're playing against
because they can't get wins.
They can even if you did give them wins, why do they get those wins opposed to other teams? And 2, the players that are playing on that team, they want to get their buckets in. They want to have historic careers. They want to get you would
have to give them like a loss against every other team that they play against, like 1 loss for every team.
Because you'd have to evenly disperse the losses. Yeah. It's a tricky thing. I think you're going to see first round pick draft picks go, and I think it's a lot.
And
is it worth it?
Team, that's what I'm saying. Like, if the Clippers win the championship, then who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
it's worth it. So now every other team is going to go. Should I? And this is hypothetical. Should I trade 6 first? Go.
Sorry, you're going to have to also bring the hammer down on Bomber. You're not allowed at games. You have to sell the team. But you're not allowed at games for a full season, 2 seasons, whatever. No. You're out, and it's going to have to be embarrassing for you. So every owner can say, I don't know if I want to look like that. That's what you're going to have to do.
I mean, that's going to be rough.
It's going to be both.
I don't think it's going to be as rampant as we might seem it could be because,
If my owner didn't do that, I'd fucking boycott.
That's what I'm saying. There's only maybe 5 players worth doing that for. Right. Kawhi's one of them. I guess, maybe not KD anymore since his Achilles is popped and he's in Brooklyn or whatever.
Yeah.
But, Giannis is going to be on the free market in a year or 2. Like, you don't think motherfuckers is going to be like, yo, we'll sign you, your brothers. We'll give them all fucking whatever the fuck they want. Like,
I think the league should wait till the end of the season and then disqualify them for, they can't be in the playoffs.
That would be the best punishment in terms of, fuck you don't get away with this.
Yeah.
You're not.
I mean, that's what they do in the NCAA. Yeah. I mean, they take away scholarships and they ban you from postseason play. Yeah. So, you could play games and you're not necessarily don't get to
wait till the end of the season. So then that way,
Silver pussy though. He don't really bring down punishments on anybody.
He is a fucking pussy, man. Do they take away your ability to make the playoffs for the length of the contract?
No, that'll be too much.
Because
then the following seasons, they're just going to coast. They're like, there's no point in really actually playing because we don't have a chance for the playoffs. So you could only really do it for one season, and you got to wait till the end of the season. So they play mad hard, and then they think they're whatever, number 1, number 2 in the West, and then bang.
But isn't it worth it still to have Paul George and Kawhi when you just had to sacrifice one season? I mean, the Nets got Kyrie and Kevin Durant, and they're willing to sacrifice one season with Kevin Durant.
Oh, that's true.
Very true.
I like your idea of eliminating them from postseason contention because it defeats the whole purpose of ever doing that because you'll never be able to win a championship. The only reason you do it to win a championship.
But you have to do it for the life of his contract to really be effective.
I wonder if you do it just to make a statement. I really wonder if you do it to make a statement.
But here's where it gets tricky, right? Money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Los Angeles. Do you really want to tell a franchise in Los Angeles?
They're not going to do that because they're not going to lose the LA money.
I think, yeah, exactly. You don't want to lose that Staples Center money. They're going to be in the playoffs. You got two teams that are playoff bound that's going to be going deep into the playoffs in their second biggest market or your first biggest market, depending on the year, in your entire league. Do you really want to take LA away from that, even if it's the B team?
In order to maintain control and the integrity of the league, the punishment cannot take into account how valuable these franchises are. I know it will, but it shouldn't, right? Because otherwise, it actually gives an unfair advantage to those valuable franchises. And the whole idea of the NBA is relinquishing that power, those owners relinquishing that power, and you having a team like Utah, even though it's not equal, a closer chance to being equivalent with a team like the Lakers. It's not. Obviously, there's more things the Lakers can offer this and the other, but
maybe they got to Donald Sterling him.
Fire him.
Yeah,
I mean, force him to sell the team.
Force him to sell the team, and 1 year you can't go to the playoffs.
Yo, take away 1 year of the playoffs, you force him to sell the team.
It scares
I like that.
It scares every
He got to
owner.
go.
That's
Because what owner would ever pay?
Yeah.
They would never pay because the risk is you're going to, unless you were ready to sell the team and you're like, fuck it, let's go for broke this 1 year because I'm selling anyway. But still, that's an interesting thing.
No, but then you still don't want that because then you're disqualified from playoffs.
But does that drive down the value of your team since you're not going to the playoffs? Can you really make that much money? So, I mean, granted, you're still going to make a shit ton of money selling an NBA team, but if you know that you can't go to the playoffs,
no, but you don't tell.
You don't. Like the Clippers sold for $4 billion when they were
terrible.
They weren't terrible, but they were
for $2 billion.
$2 billion.
Yeah, that's true.
The Knicks were offered $4 billion.
Yeah.
So they raised the money. They offered Dolan $4 billion. He said no.
To who? Bezos? I heard Bezos was in there.
I don't know. I can't say. But
anyway, I don't know if this will happen because
I think we're only getting started with this story. I don't think it's gonna get swept up.
I hope it doesn't go away. Yo, you know what bothers me about it? How good would the fucking Raptors be if he had stayed?
Oh my
They're
God.
21-8 without him.
they're great. And
Got hit with the crazy
they're
injury
21-8 without him. And Kyle just got back.
Yeah, and Siakam's been hurt for a while too.
Yo, Siakam is a beast. They were right to give him a max. He's legit. Once he started to hit that corner three, and the other thing they started to do is be able to shoot off the dribble.
Yeah.
And once you start to do that, you're a superstar. The other thing is Fred VanVleet. This kid, Fred VanVleet, I think he went to Wichita, if I'm not mistaken.
Wichita State, yeah.
Wichita State. He's been a gamer his whole fucking life.
Yeah.
He's got ice in his veins. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and this is before they ever won the championship, before he had that wild playoff run. He says to me, he goes, I'm telling you, this kid, it was when I was at Summer League. He goes, ice in his veins. I go, what do you mean? He goes, unflappable.
Yeah.
I start to learn more about, same way in college, I started to learn more about Fred VanVleet. Apparently he's from South Side of Chicago, or one of these like real bad neighbors in Chicago. His pops, I think, was like a big drug dealer. I think they got popped or killed. And then the guy who also raised him and is like mom's new husband or something like that was like a cop, I believe.
Oh shit.
So you gotta
You gotta have nerves of steel if those are your fucking parents on both sides of the fucking spectrum. Yeah, I can see that.
You on an island, yo, because you can't really side with the drug dealer dudes because your dad's an ops. But at the same time, if you're with the ops, those guys are like, yo, fuck that kid.
Yeah.
So it's like you're in this unique situation where you got to find yourself and be comfortable with yourself. And now you see him in the league, like, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, he's. I watched a lot of him in college because I'm a big fan of Wichita State. They've always did me well in my brackets. I'm like, they're Cinderella team. They're always like a safe, like Sweet 16 type, like them, VCU, all those guys. But I just remember him just being just fucking steady as fuck. Like, never
So he was in the finals.
Yeah, just like, you just know he's going to be a net positive when he's on the court. Like, he may not fucking win the game for you.
Was he the most consistent player in the the
Absolutely.
Kawhi had little games here and there where he wasn't quite Kawhi.
He killed it.
Pascal would disappear for a game or two.
Big shots.
He's outplaying Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Big
I mean,
shots,
like,
dude.
he was
And he
good.
had his orbital bone fractured or something.
Yeah.
And his face all swollen and shit.
Oh, the wild shit about the Toronto Raptors franchise. Like, how many, like, transcendent players, like, have played for that?
1. 2, Vince Young, but Vince
Carter. Tracy
I mean,
McGrady. Chris Bosh. Just got nominated to the Hall of Fame. Fucking Kawhi Leonard. Got Pascal Siakam, who's on his way. Like, that's 5, like, all-timers. And that franchise has been around
Pascal, you were a little premature on, but let's
He's averaging 25
potentially.
and...
But yeah, let's give it another
You know
half
what
a
I
year
mean?
at
Like,
least.
right. But he's already got a chip. You know what I mean? Like, he's already got most improved player in the NBA.
Though, if he doesn't leave, if Kawhi doesn't leave, I think they have a great shot at repeating. And then after this year's over, Lowry's off the books for $30 million and Gasol's off the books for like $20 million.
Also, Masai Ujiri. He might be out.
Yeah, but like the cap space you got, you can.
Let me tell you who's not leaving if Kawhi's there.
Masai Ujiri. Exactly. Now it's...
Everything is different. And then they got however many million free. You could go get fucking Giannis if you wanted. And then it's just...
They were set up beautifully if Kawhi stayed.
Yeah.
You're so right. They could easily compete for it again this year. And then after that, you are ready to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
They could still fuck around and win the East this year,
The
which
East-
is wild. The
East
East
is
is very
doable.
fucking winnable.
It's doable.
Outside of Giannis being I saw this motherfucker up close and personal recently.
Who?
Giannis, just like in the city.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is scary, dog.
He's unreal or what?
He's unreal. Like, and I watched the game like before, and like he's at the point right now that like LeBron and Jordan was a few years ago, where like 40% of him is good enough to just like fucking dog walk any team. Like the day before, I think, or 2 days before, like he's going back and forth to LeBron, dropped like 40-something, triple-double, hitting 5 threes, killing. You know what I mean? He goes against the shitty-ass Knicks. He's fucking, I don't think he even sweat. He was fucking just speed walking through the game.
Yeah.
Had a triple-double with like half a third quarter left and sat for the rest of the fucking game.
Yeah.
That dude, he's now that he's consistently hitting threes and taking those fucking threes.
That's always been the issue. It's like, is he going to
Holy
learn how to shoot
It's
and become
over.
like, one of the greatest players to ever do it? Or is he going to not learn how to shoot and then be Dominique Wilkins?
It's never been, with him, it's never been about like the ability to shoot. It's just like, will you take these shots? That's why
He's
that's
got
why motherfuckers hate Ben Simmons.
a
Like, yo,
hitch in
take
his
the fucking
jumper.
shot.
His jumper is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think Giannis will take him.
Yeah, Giannis takes him. The thing that stuck
But
out
he's
with
got
me,
a weird hitch. Like if you look at his jumper,
If he can just be serviceable though.
Yeah.
it's just
He's okay with it because his arms are so fucking cartoonishly long.
Yeah.
Like you see when he has to square up weirdly.
yeah.
And his hands are big, so it just fucking goes. But people give him that shot, so the hitch doesn't bother me that well. Like people aren't up in his grill like KD, where it's like it doesn't matter if you're this fucking close, it's still gonna be perfect. But with Giannis, it's an easy. He has all fucking day to shoot those.
Right.
So. And if you come up close to him, he's going to take 2 fucking steps, 2 gigantic fucking strides to the hoop and either dish to somebody or just dunk on your head.
Yeah.
It's unfair. He's unfucking fair.
There's
Shout out to Kyrie. I saw Kyrie yesterday.
how was that? Yeah, I saw the picture.
It was dope, man. Did play-by-play for Nike and Slam. And
Whining like a little bitch.
dude's
Ryan
really
and
fucking hurt. Like,
Say again?
he's really hurt. Like, he's
What do you
going to be
mean?
out for a while.
What a surprise! Who saw this coming? Wait, you telling me Kyrie Irving got injured?
Yeah, I mean, well, listen.
What's hurt about him?
So I'll tell you this: when we were, we were doing like halftime of the game, and I'm talking to Nike folks. I'm like, "Oh, can we get a word with Kyrie, like at halftime, whatever?" They're like, "Oh, okay, just no questions about this, that, and they're basically don't talk about the injury, don't talk about when he's coming back, don't talk about anything, just talk about the the high school game." So I'm like, all right, great, cool. As soon as halftime starts, he goes to the booth or whatever, goes to the back or whatever, like probably just talks to the kids or whatever, and just completely like not blows off, but like you can tell like
speech to the kids. Hey kids, time is a flat circle.
I mean, like honestly, like he was really fucking cool, like around the kids or whatever. He was really fucking cool, just embracing like the whole event and all that type of shit. But you could tell like something's like physically really off, like way worse than I think they're trying to report. As far as his shoulders concerned.
Good. The Nets might make the playoffs then, guys.
I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie's been fucking balling.
The Nets will make the playoffs without him.
Yeah.
And then next year, when Katie's back, they will be better, obviously. Mm-hmm. But it is because of KD. This is actually the best case scenario.
I think so.
For Kyrie. Because he doesn't really take any of the blame. If he played this year and they didn't make the playoffs, and then KD comes back next year and all of a sudden they're one of the best teams in the league, it's like, okay, we know who's carrying all the weight here.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to ask on the guy coming off a popped Achilles. Like, that's still...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we still really don't know. Like, we think we know. Like, we hope he's back to, like, 75%, 80% of what he was when he came back. But we still don't fucking know. Achilles is like, you can come back and be Rudy Gay and still be just as good. Or you can be DeMarcus Cousins and you're just fucked forever. Yeah.
There's an interesting story out right now talking about comebacks. And the Seahawks, because of their depleted running back core, have signed Marshawn Lynch. And I don't care as much about like the football aspect of it. What I think is really interesting about Marshawn Lynch is the marketing aspect. And I wanted to like kind of open up this discussion about the value of understanding media and also understanding your character. Marshawn Lynch is a guy who allows people to think that he's dumber or more ghetto than he really is. Yes. And when you do that, you can manipulate the media in a way to bring all these eyes and attention to you. And then when that happens, you can use all that eyes and attention and monetize it. Marshawn Lynch played the media brilliantly by kind of like almost living up to what the stereotype of him.
Typical Oakland nigga, just like
exactly,
right?
But he did it with nuance, right? He's aware that that's what they thought of him, etc. Obviously, the antics. What was he saying? Next question.
I'm just here so I can get.
I'm just here to get fine. Just here to get fine. Just here to get fine. It was almost like this Oakland version of Bill Belichick or something like that, and he flipped that into this crazy interest, which he turned into a TV show, which Kaz wrote on, right? Brand deal. So he was selling, merchandise,
etc. Got a big endorsement deal with Skittles, Nike.
Turned the Skittles thing, right? Like he really did it, and it's a testament to.
He never spent his contract money.
He never spent his contract. This is brilliant.
No, he never spent his endorsement money.
Okay.
Never spent his.
Regardless, it's a testament to like what athletes should do in terms of marketing now. There are ways that you can use this short amount of time that you're in the league to garner interest without hurting your team. The thing about Lynch is he's not OBJ. Never once did he do anything that hurt the team.
For sure.
Right? Like never once did he make it about him even though it was all about him.
Right.
But he didn't OBJ it. It was never a detraction.
Anti-OBJ.
It was I'm going to do whatever I have to take. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I want to get back to playing.
I don't want your attention. I don't want your questions.
I want nothing. Yeah. And there are athletes out there that have all the skills, but they don't understand the marketing. And the marketing is important not for only while you play the game, but for after. Marshawn Lynch would not be getting this contract if he wasn't a superstar. If he was just any run-of-the-mill running back, and there are plenty out there.
I'm positive there are plenty of other running backs
that are
better equipped to take on a load, especially this late into the season. Going into the Seahawks are like primed for a strong playoff run.
He wasn't even that good when he was at the Raiders.
He wasn't.
He was all right.
He was all right. But he's
okay.
But like, here's the thing.
You get him in situations. That's what he does.
The system. It's probably the same offense. He comfortable there. I mean, yeah, I do think you're right. It factors into it. Also,
there are advantages too. I'm not saying it's not.
And I'll tell you this.
But think about it, right? It's like
you're right though.
You get a nice ego boost. Maybe, and not saying you have to sell tickets.
It's a good PR look.
It's a great PR look.
If there's any way
you walk into the marketing office of the Seahawks, right? And you go, guys, we're going to sign Marshawn Lynch. They are salivating.
Yeah.
They got the jersey right back up. They got the bobblehead. They can't wait to do it. So it works out, and I guess there's some synergy that already exists there, sure. But he is the perfect example of how every athlete, and you don't have to do it his exact way, but how you should look at your career. Make heat and make interest while you have it so that you can parlay it into other things afterwards. Yeah. And he fucking did that.
Yeah. And just even from a football perspective, like watching him, just like I spent like a whole summer with him doing this show for BR. And like he's got like this Paul Bunyan thing about him where like he doesn't really lift weights. He doesn't really fucking do a bunch of like wild shit. You know how he trains? He goes to a beach, puts on combat boots, and he just fucking runs. That's all the fuck he does.
Really?
That's all the fuck. He puts on a bunch of sweats. He goes to the beach, puts on heavy ass fucking boots, and he just runs up and down. And just
horrible for you?
Like, I mean,
I assume
he's been in the league since 2009. It's about to be 2020, and he's still pretty good. And apparently, he had an amazing workout for the Seahawks before they signed him. So it's like he's got.
Oh, they worked him out.
Yeah, they worked him out. They worked him out too. Like I think a day or two ago. So like the motherfucker's got like some Paul Bunyan in him, where it's like he's not one of these workout warriors. He's just a guy that was just made for fucking football.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, yeah, he's good to go. Like 18 weeks off, fuck it. Give him the ball with 5 yards. You need 5 yards to go get it, but he can still get you 5 fucking yards.
So is he going to be the starting running back?
I think he's starting because they lost both of their running backs. They lost, was it Carson, and the other guys. They signed Robert Turbin, who also used to be on the Seahawks, and Lynch. And, you know, like, granted, it's still a very Russell Wilson offense, so they're not going to ask Marshawn Lynch to carry the load.
Right.
But if you need somebody to punch it in, surprise, surprise, 4 yards away.
In the Super Bowl, maybe.
Exactly. Like, how great of a fucking story is that, though?
Yeah.
Like, if they get in that situation again, everybody on planet fucking Earth is like, you fucking better give it to Marshawn this time.
Then you run the play action.
And you run the fucking action.
Then you run the play action.
Dog, that would be so funny.
Oh my God. I'm like, if the football gods are listening, the only way this season ends is if it's a fucking Seahawks Ravens or Seahawks Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Third and goal at the
4th
one.
and like 2 on the goal line. And you got Marshawn Lynch coming into the game. Oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that shit. I'm like, yo, please set it up so it's like that.
I was in Seattle doing shows, and I was waiting, I think, maybe 2.5 years to do this joke in Seattle. But do you guys remember the Real World where in the beginning they show the Seattle fish market?
Yes.
Where they throw the fish.
Yes.
The first time I went there, I was like blown away because I always thought where they hold the fish and where they catch the fish was going to be like, 10, 15 feet away, right? It was literally 1 foot away. Like you could literally just hand the fish off. Yeah. So I go up there, I was like, guys, what is it about Seattle when you're 1 foot away? Bro. They go, ha, 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 ho, ho, I was like,
3 years later, that shit still stung, son. Like,
stung, dog. I did stung, dude. They felt that way. I was like, who's calling the plays at the Pike Market? Pete Carroll?
There's rare occasions where you can have perfect sports moments. And if there is a moment, there's going to be a moment in this playoff series where I guess to play the 49ers next Monday night.
Oh, this Sunday night. This game is actually like
a big game.
Big game.
Yeah. The loser is the 5 seed and the winner is the 1 seed, I think, in the playoffs.
Yeah. So
well, maybe the Seattle wouldn't be the 1 seed.
You win the division and you get the
home field advantage.
Home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs.
Seattle doesn't necessarily get home field if they win. New Orleans would have to lose also. But if San Francisco wins, they're the 1 seed. If they lose, they're the 5 seed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
There's stakes.
And if Seattle wins, they're 1 or 2.
Like, it's not like they're just bringing Marshawn Lynch because, it's a feel-good story. Like, nah, they kind of need this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you lose both your running backs, like, season-ending injuries. Like, you need this guy.
Yeah.
So, it is... It's going to be fun. And the Niners are really fucking good. And it's in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
12th man. It's gonna be a fucking scene. Sunday night. Last game.
Marshawn is back. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, is that the last game of the season, right? There's no Monday Night Football.
Everybody should watch this game.
Yeah, that's the last game of the season before the playoffs. So it's like
I'm not watching the Cowboys at all. I'm watching this game.
I would watch.
oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
I'll be watching zebra racing or some shit.
Now, Akaash, before we get out of here, because we got to get out of here pretty soon, and we know we did the ads yesterday. Can we just insert those?
Okay.
Just because there's a pre-roll too, so we got to put it anyway.
Okay.
But Akaash, did you see Skip Bayless?
Trashing his Cowboy stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Feidelberg fights
Yeah.
a friend over there at Barstool.
Yeah, that's our guy. We need to bring him on.
We definitely need to get him on. He tweeted something funny. He goes, if this is his real house, he's made horrible decisions. He goes, look at the cabinet handles. Look at the microwave. He goes,
why
this
is the
a
microwave?
college? He goes, this is a college home at best. At best. He goes, look at the chairs, and it is awful.
Yeah.
Is he he can't be gambling.
No.
Is he bad with money, or is this like
No,
maybe
he's great with money. You know
Skip?
what's, so Skip started, well, he didn't start, but when the ticket started, that station I always listened to in Dallas, he was like their guy. So they still know him. He won't acknowledge that he worked there. It's really weird. He also hated, that was his shtick then, is he hated the Cowboys. So they like know him, and they say like, he's smart, but it's all phony. And you know what's also interesting? His brother, I've heard this before, his brother is like a renowned chef, Rick Bayless or something, and he's like driven crazy by his brother's success and always feels in his shadow, which is just an interesting insight into Skip. So that's why everything he does is to get more famous, and it's also fucking psychopathically planned. But like, he was probably somewhere and he was like, I have to pretend to make this video. I have to pretend to be upset. Let's go buy this, this, and this, wherever the fuck they are, and let's do this. Let's go buy a Dak jersey. Let's go buy a hat.
So he was in a hotel, or like they're
Whatever
putting
the
up.
fuck.
It wasn't even a trash bag in his trash can. That's the one thing that I was appalled about. Like, shit threw in just a plain ass fucking trash can of nothing but tin. I'm like, oh, what are you
Probably just paid a guy $1,000. Let me just get your fucking, let me get in your
Give me the
kitchen.
fucking jersey.
Yeah.
Ah, gross.
I like that. I like the move. We need to get into that now that we have the space more.
Yeah.
But we create these moments.
Yeah, we got content to create, man. The content kings in 2020.
Gang, gang, gang. That's a fact.
Oh.
That's a fact. Anything else before we get out of here? I know we got to do a tight ep, but we wanted to get it up to you early while we're all still here.
The
It's
highest
very
paid
important to us.
athletes. You know what's dope about highest paid athletes? Jordan Doc. You know what I want to point out about the highest paid athletes? You know who number one is?
My boy Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd
Floyd
Mayweather. Almost
How
touched
dope
the
is
Billy.
that?
And
Touched the Billy.
he's the only person that everybody constantly says he's broke and he's spent all the money. If he spent all his money, kill yourself, bro. It is, if you spend $1 billion,
Well, you know what's also dope about it?
what is it?
Know who's his boss?
Nobody.
No fucking body.
Yeah.
Andrew Schulz on the Floyd Mayweather path.
I got to do it. Actually, I don't care about that level of money. But greatness, yes, of course.
And just not having to. Floyd can say whatever the fuck he wants.
Yes.
He can talk on Jeremy Lin. It don't matter.
Yes.
He can say all the racist shit he wants. It don't matter. What are you gonna take from Floyd? I'm self-made. I did all this. My skill, my brains, even though they're damaged, I did this.
Do you think that he spent the money or no?
I question little things, and maybe the fight to him is just like a cash grab, but like these little shitty ass fights he was taking, I was like, why are you taking this?
Yeah. But like, I guess something is so easy for him fighting, and he knows that he's so superior to all these other people. And if they're willing to give him $5-10 million, it's like.
I mean, you can
What
spend.
is he doing with $5-10 million?
What is he?
Yeah.
I think it's why not.
I think it's why not. I think it's just so effortless for him. Like, if he has to go fight a guy who's never just boxed before, he's only kickboxed or something like that, like, he's going to be so much better than him at boxing. He's small. It's not like he could hurt him. You literally can't get hurt.
And
in
then
this
if
situation.
you see that number, he's so close to the B, he might just
I think
want
he's just trying to get the beat.
He might just try to get it. Yeah,
That could be it, too.
I mean, he should. Fuck.
he'll be the first person ever to do it. Like
To make $1 billion from fighting.
from the sport he does, because LeBron
Straight
got
off
it.
the sport, no
LeBron got it from
endorsements.
endorsements.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is he making? Well, I know he's losing money on things. Like he's definitely losing money. I think on that strip club, he's losing money, obviously, with all the people that he has to pay, etc.
Yeah, I heard he pays, and these could be fake stories, but something like $25,000 for haircuts or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Or $3,000, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
The fuck is he spending $25,000 on haircuts
And
for?
can you look up Floyd Mayweather spending half on
Oh, that's too funny.
fuck?
Bro, if he's spending $25,000 on a haircut, he
some
deserves to go.
absurd amount of money. But I think a lot of this entourage shit is just like, yo, I need to give my boy a salary and write it off.
Yes.
I need to help you out. Like if you're a fucking millionaire and I'm your boy you came up with, you can't just give me $100,000. You got to make it a business expense. So you're my driver. I got to pay you out of my corporation. You take me from job to job. Here's $100,000. Now I only lose $75,000.
Can I do that with my girl's gift?
If you can find a way, it's a business expense. Yeah. It's got to be more than I talked about it.
She'd be my professional time teller.
You know what? If she's like,
She might be out there, so I don't want to give away
okay.
what the gift
well,
is.
so we'll keep it like if it gets to, or if and when it gets to like wife whatever, if she's like president of your company, maybe there's a way you could be like, oh, it's a Christmas bonus. I had to give a gift as a Christmas bonus. That's part of my company expenses. I don't know if that's an actual thing.
Or chicken tender.
I might be able to write that Rolly off. His
That is true.
It seems like it.
That's true. As a business expense.
I mean, this is your employee.
Sons. I love y'all, man.
So
I'm
how
so
do
excited.
Asian people say Rolex?
Fuck up.
Say, how do
Asian people say Rolex.
Lorex?
Rolex, right?
Yeah, Lorex.
Rolex?
Rolex.
Lorex.
No, it's a Rolex.
No, it's Rolex. How do you say rock and roll? Walk and roll. Oh, they go
Rock and roll.
That's it's hard. I can't even imagine
Rolex.
that.
Woolwax. Yeah.
I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Brand new Rolex. Rolex?
All right, guys. There goes SNL, dog. Oh, we never talked about Eddie on SNL.
Oh, shit.
Last thoughts.
Bro.
Oh, and real quick, right
I'm
before
just
that.
happy you knocked out Buckwheat, bro.
Yo, one thing I just want to say, we released another show in LA for the special. Those tickets are going fast. I think we already sold like, I don't know, 750 to tickets or some shit like that. But
crazy, dude.
It's nuts. We're gonna do it April 12th in LA. That's Easter Sunday, okay? At the Orpheum. Thank you guys so much.
Gonna be there?
Yo, the whole squad gonna be there. Everybody coming out. So make
Be there. I'm
sure
flying out the next morning.
y'all come through, man. And yeah, that was it. TheAndrewSchultz.com for all the other tickets and shows. You know, we got a bunch of shows coming up in the new year, so make sure you get that stuff, those stockings with those shows. Same for Akaash, same for Kaz. I'm at Akaash. What you got going on?
Shows after the break. I'm gonna be at Stress Factory January 14th. And
Love
Schultz gonna
Stress
be there.
Factory. I'm gonna come
be
through.
there. I'm gonna drag y'all two out if you can come. You live
Yeah,
in
I'm
Jersey.
pulling up.
Then the next
Pulling
day
up.
I'm at Helium on January 15th. I am at Tacoma Comedy Club on January 28th. Then Sacramento Funny Bone on January 29th. And Rooster T. Feathers from the 30th through the 1st.
Yo, Rooster T. Feathers is such a fun club.
I'm so excited.
I love this club.
I'm so
I don't
excited.
know why it's named that. It might be the worst, best name of all comedy clubs, but it is such a fun club because it's intimate. But you know, you can still pack in, you can still get people there, but it's intimate, and the audience. I love the audience because, and we had this conversation before. It's around like tech world, and I think that the best audiences are minorities that are educated,
Yep.
and white people that are not educated.
But they gotta be together.
And then if they're together, even better. But like when you go in the tech, it's all like these like smart like engineers and that kind of shit. But they're all removed from like one generation removed from either their mother countries where fucked up shit's going on, so they're not gonna let jokes offend them. Or they grew up in the hood and then they seen some shit. Now they're working for Apple or they're working for Google or something. And if you have like I feel guilty about everything white people, they'll kill the fucking crowd. Yeah. But sometimes you get these hillbilly motherfuckers who are like, I don't give a fuck. Say whatever you need, bro. Let the words fly.
Good show, good as fuck. Man.
Exactly. So it's like, those things, and Rooster Teeth Feathers, it's in that tech hub, man. It's fucking crazy.
I'm excited.
That'll be
Tacoma
fun.
come through, though. Sacramento come through. They give me the off nights right now for the most part. Tuesday shows, Wednesday shows, because they don't think I can sell tickets. So we got to prove to them. The Army is strong, mobilized.
Okay, Eddie Murphy's. I haven't seen it. If you guys saw it, we could discuss.
Saw the opening monologue.
Loved it. Loved the whole fucking show.
It was great.
It was Eddie does the fucking hits. Ooh. He came out, first off, the initial fucking monologue when he came out with Chappelle, Chris Rock, Tracy Morgan, Kenan Thompson.
Weeks.
Yo, here's my thought.
That shit was
You
weak.
thought it was weak?
Yo.
Shit was
bugging, son.
I didn't think it was weak, but it did scare me about Eddie doing stand-up because he's so fucking different now. He's just so here in himself, centered, whatever the fucking word is. Eddie in the 80s was the biggest personality you ever seen. Eddie, 50 whatever, with 10 kids, man, comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's just a whole different Eddie.
Yeah.
And it's not, the comedic chops aren't there yet. I'm not saying he can't get there. His stand-up chops aren't there yet. I'm not saying he can't get there.
It takes time.
He had a few zingers. Like the Bill Cosby zinger was...
Bill Cosby was... he had a banger on Bill Cosby.
That was good.
That banged.
Yeah.
But even that was like so contained.
Here's my theory for that. And I haven't seen it. And of course, it's the biggest Schulz thing in the world to make an opinion on something I haven't even seen. But when you have like SNL nerds that are writing the show, right? A lot of like the SNL writers, some of them are our friends, like really funny stand-ups. But a lot of them are like fucking like Harvard kids, right? That like, they've never done stand-up. They just know how to write the structure of a joke, right? They're like, they understand the math of a joke, right? When they're doing the monologue, you have Eddie, who is like a raw, pure, funny person, and now he's doing these lines. But it's almost like him doing a late night introduction or something like that. It's not, hey, Eddie, go out there and hit some stand-up.
Yeah.
And of course, real Eddie's not going to shine through, but you are 100% correct. That stand-up muscle atrophies, bro. If you don't water that shit and nurture that shit constantly, and he hasn't nurtured it in 20 fucking 30 years,
I hear
goes
your point
away,
on that.
B.
I hear your point on that. There was definitely some times where I heard him just like saying lines that were fed to him, but then he would throw some Eddie
sauce on it,
right?
yeah.
It's like when he brought Gumby back for Weekend Update, you could tell he was doing lines, and then like they kept trying to go back to all right, thanks Gumby, yada yada, and he just took over the whole thing. Like, no, I'm not leaving, and he kept like fucking doing like extra Eddie shit for like another 5 minutes.
D-Ray did say that,
funny.
You know, D-Ray Davis is a fucking improv.
Yeah,
he's so
he's
good.
a beast.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Eddie, and this is old Eddie, and he was like, that guy can't just go.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's nonstop. He's one of the few people that made me like, I think he said, because he's too cocky to say, and he was like, I realize this is how I make other people feel.
Oh God.
D-Ray cocky about stand-up for no reason.
D-Ray could go.
D-Ray's funny, bro. I like this Netflix
I used to think
shit.
that, but D-Ray could go.
funny.
No, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't shit on comics. You know, I'm just joking around. But he is absolutely hilarious. He's like a genuinely talented, funny guy, especially in the moment. You know what I mean? When he's just like kind of working a crowd, working a moment. Absolutely hilarious. I just don't know any D-Ray jokes. That's my team.
So when we see D-Ray at the Improv, you see D-Ray fucking with the crowd, whatever, and it's great. But you're like, there's no jokes. I saw D-Ray in DC one day. He and I had done some show together, and I just pulled up. I don't even know if I said what's up to him. I just want to see the act. And the motherfucking act was strong.
Really?
You know? And maybe your lives was different, but he talked about his mom was a crackhead. And like, man, he had
Gotta
fucking...
see his special, man. His
I
special
was
really good.
impressed, dog. I was like, oh,
dude,
shit.
I've always been wildly impressed with his ability to like be funny in the moment. And you know I love that shit. Don't get me
These were
wrong.
like polished things, though.
But he had bits out
These
there.
were things, stories and but
because that's something like for me, you know, like we put out so many clips of like these interactions with the crowd that ever happened. Obviously, I put out the crowd work special and all that kind of stuff like that. But like, I come from like a joke background. You know what I mean? Like I like the pieces. I like a piece of material that's like 5 minutes long and like. So for me, when I'm judging a stand-up, I'm usually judging them by that. You know, like even for the hour that I'm putting out, it's like these are these pieces that like we've worked on and like put together and like ironed out over fucking, you know,
he
years.
Could go, man.
So
he
it's like,
could go. Like if you watch D-Ray, he could go.
But that's the thing. When I see that, I'm like, oh shit.
Dog.
You know, like. So I'm gonna check out D-Ray's shit, man.
Check out Eddie on SNL, man. There was a last skit that wasn't a fucking Eddie does the hit shit. It was basically, I think it was a mass shooting. at the Elf.
Yo, that's one of his hits.
Whatever. And he was fucking hilarious.
So I tried to do this on Brilliant Idiots, but I
Don't
didn't.
try it.
Fuck that. I'm not doing that. I didn't try to do it. I was trying to get up the clip that inspired that. Do you remember Eddie's joke? And Akaash will get this one probably. I seen
I seen that shit.
Yeah.
I just come around the corner of my own business, right? Just come around the corner of my own business, right?
Like, what's your name? He's like, doesn't matter what my name is.
He had a bit
did-
about getting
keep
hit
going.
by a car, and I think he talked about somebody seeing him get hit by a car.
He goes, when someone get hit by a car in the hood, he goes, that's showtime. And it's like, you go, like, you don't come out asking for okay. You know what I mean? I seen it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! I seen that. I seen that shit. And then he does a whole act out, dog. It's
it's
so
like
funny.
5 minutes
Let's
long.
put it up and talk about it right now. This episode.
God damn, might as well.
Can we?
I mean, shit.
with a
No, let's
Okay.
not do that. they hated that.
But anyway, so they basically folded that bit into a sketch at the end. And I think they did that because most people are unfamiliar with the bit.
Right.
Because I think it's a bit just on his album.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on his greatest hit CD.
Yeah.
And like the audio's not even good.
Yeah.
And then I think when he finally gets to the part where Eddie gets hit by a car, hit that man, shot up in the air about 90 feet. It's like, this is good, man. This is funny.
I think Akaash said the N-word. Clip that. Clip that. They tried to mute it.
It's all good. It's all
But
good.
this sound system is so good. What if it corrects the N-word for you? Anyway, y'all. Kaz, where anything popping up? Anything going on you want the people to know about?
I mean, nothing that anybody could come to. But
Well, then
I
check
mean,
Kaz's Instagram. He got all his shit there. You know Kaz is on every single podcast.
Yeah, I'll be hosting. New
York Times write-up.
Yeah, bro, I was in New York Times this week. It was crazy. I'm hosting a sneaker reveal for Joel Embiid and Under Armour.
Oh, sick.
Baltimore, which should be really fucking dope. Doing some stuff with Nike in the future. Really excited. Just
Well, look, man, I wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
yo.
Happy New Year's. Obviously, you guys know next week we're going to do the best of episodes with Patreon and regular. Yeah, we love y'all. We're so appreciative of all this shit. Sorry. We'll see you on the Patreon.
Enjoy your vacation, man.
Yeah,
we
please
worked
do.
really hard this fucking year. I remember where we
yeah.
were this time last year, and to come here now in a brand new fucking studio. Alex got a Rolex and a Tesla, and it's still a turkey. Akaash isn't broke and on tour.
Facts.
Motherfuckers got Cartiers and millions, and
We
all
doing
just
things.
out here, bro.
We
The
doing
2020 is gonna be bigger and better. But enjoy the break, enjoy the vacation. Next week's gonna be best of shit. But
Best of shit next week. We'll see you guys on the Patreon again Friday. But yeah, we'll be coming in hot in the new year, man. I just can't wait. I'm very excited. So keep it tight. All right. Peace.